You might have seen last night's headline, Coinbase plans Friday filing to seek dismissal of SEC's case in its entirety. You might have seen the video I just did like 12 hours ago. Here's the headline today, now that it's Friday, this morning. This is less than a half hour ago. Coinbase cites Ripple case in motion to dismiss SEC lawsuit. So the filing to dismiss the SEC lawsuit, it's been done. It's been filed. And I considered whether or not I was going to do this video since I just covered this, that this was going to happen. I just did this last night until I was reading through the filing and something really stuck out to me. And that is to say, Cardano ADA was listed in this. Before we dig into that, let's just cover Paul Graywall, Chief Legal Officer. He tweeted not too long ago this morning, today Coinbase filed our brief asking the court to dismiss the SEC's case against us. Doesn't that sound nice if that were to happen? Our core argument is simple. We do not offer investment contracts, as that term has been construed by decades of Supreme Court and other binding precedent. By ignoring that precedent, the SEC has violated due process, abused its discretion, and abandoned its own earlier interpretations of the securities laws. By ignoring that precedent, the SEC has trampled the strict boundaries on its basic authorities set by Congress. We appreciate the court's careful consideration. Now, I know all you have opinions out there if this actually even happened, right? Are they really going to dismiss this? And we won't really know at least even any insights until end of October, apparently. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen here. And be sure to hit that like button right now if you're watching this video, everybody, as we dig into this filing. I'm going to try and go through this briefly so you're not too bored by what's in here. But I will say this. It's compelling, and it's exactly what we want to see if we're here fighting for this industry in crypto. And we saw what happened with Ripple, right? Ripple went through years of litigation trying to just prove their point in terms of XRP not being a security. And the XRP community stood behind that. And here we are. I'm in a kind of similar boat, being a pretty heavy ADA holder and just somebody very interested in Cardano. We're under attack this time around in this Coinbase case. 2 years ago, recognizing that the SEC wanted but lacked statutory power to regulate crypto exchanges, Gary Gensler asked Congress for a legislative mandate. So this is preliminary statement, but it's important. So that's why I'm reading through it. None came. Now, without any intervening legislative act, the commission accuses Coinbase, the largest U.S. crypto exchange, of having defied the federal securities laws and failing to register its securities exchange, broker, and clearing agency since 2019. No matter that the SEC allowed Coinbase to go public in 2021 with the same business it operates now, no matter that Congress has for years been actively considering, and just last week, advancing legislation to grant and allocate, among other regulatory agencies, the very authority the SEC now claims for itself. So that's preliminary. Want to scroll down here, and then we're going to get to this Cardano piece. But this is basically referencing, and you can see it's a lot to read through here, referencing Ripple. In this case, alluding to Ripple. By contrast, the SEC has charged Coinbase based solely on blind bid-ask spot exchange transactions. The very sort of transactions the Ripple court recently held as a matter of law were not investment contracts because the undisputed facts showed no relevant relationship between the parties to the sale. Now, I think Coinbase has a ton of different arguments in its back pocket in terms of why the SEC is wrong here. I think the Ripple argument now that the judge has ruled XRP not securities, I think that Ripple argument is one of the strongest pieces, and I really think it was a gift to Coinbase at the timing that it came in during this Coinbase SEC case. Let's scroll down. Now we start kind of getting into other things, including Cardano ADA. Check this out. Such a good argument. On Coinbase's secondary market exchange and through Prime, there's no investment of money coupled with a promise of future delivery of anything. There's an asset sale. That's it. It is akin to the sale of a parcel of land, the value of which may fluctuate after the sale, or a condo in a new development, or an American Girl doll, or a Beanie Baby, or a baseball card. Notably, here we go, SEC officials have admitted that two tokens traded on Coinbase, Bitcoin and Ether, are commodities rather than securities. When a purchaser buys Bitcoin on Coinbase, she has no fewer and no more contractual rights than a purchaser of Dash or ADA or any of the other tokens called out in the complaint. She is entitled to delivery of her tokens, nothing more. No principled basis exists to distinguish transactions in the tokens the SEC has already conceded. Just such a good lawful argument. I just want to say that. But it's funny that the legal team at Coinbase is actually sitting here in this filing comparing Bitcoin, Ethereum to ADA and Dash. Dash was mentioned here as well. So often when we try to compare certain altcoins like ADA in this regard to something like Bitcoin, a lot of people are just like, they're nothing alike. And it's true. Fundamentally, they do different things. They have different use cases. They're different blockchains, right? But it's funny to see the actual legal team at Coinbase comparing them for its argument. SEC officials admitted 2 tokens traded on Coinbase, Bitcoin and Ether, are commodities rather than securities. Well, when a purchaser buys Bitcoin on Coinbase, she has no fewer, no more contractual rights than a purchase of Dash or ADA. Essentially the same type of purchase happening. And it's so true. And right now in my mind, as I'm reading this and talking about this, I'm thinking about kind of Bitcoin maximalists out there that are just like, haha, look at all these altcoins. This is why Bitcoin's number one. This is why you roll with Bitcoin. But again, that's maximalism, missing the law entirely. And so obviously there's a lot here, everybody. There's a lot to go through. I wanted to read some of the points that stood out to me in going through this filing. I think this is huge. I can't say this enough, especially at this stage of kind of where we are in the crypto winter. It's nice to just see that something is happening. Something is being fought for. The crypto space is being fought for. And it's happening in a time where things are kind of just stagnant. Not much is really happening in terms of price, in terms of cycles where we are right now. And that's normal from a cycle perspective. But it's really nice to see that as that's happening, a company like Coinbase, huge player in the crypto space, fighting for all of crypto, not just Cardano ADA or Dash, but for all of crypto. And that includes even Bitcoin and the Bitcoin maximalists out there. So everybody, let me know your thoughts about this news this morning. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. I hope you're having a great start to your Friday. Hit the subscribe and like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.